today's episode, we will talk about social psychology dilemma, justification of emotional validation.
But before the start of this podcast episode, to defend this topic, we invite us speakers who certainly genuine, comprehensive, and fair opinions about the social phenomenon.
We invite two students who are active in social research activities, especially in social in this topic, Khairul and Aqila.
Hello.
Hello Aqila, hello Khairul, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
May you always be given help. I heard that you have recently been busy carrying out various surveys on social media.
Yes, lately I have often made observations regarding how people interact on social media, corresponding to each other.
And not too different. I'm recently doing some social experiments about digital literacy and how people manage information on the internet, etc.
It seems the social analysis is you guys' daily activity. If that, then we didn't make a mistake for inviting guests. Let's talk to Aqila first. Does Aqila herself normalize with is called confiding in each other on a daily basis, or in other words, sharing emotion with each other?
I feel that that's the one of crucial needs of humanity. We were born to understand each other, even through emotional or idea. So basically, in my opinion, I agree with that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Sometimes I need to express what I feel, and response from people around me are really determine my mood. What about you?
I'm sorry, but I have a different view on it. For me, rational thing, we should consider about rational things than just emotional stuff. For my opinion, emotional thing just bring us to chaotic society.
Wow, it really looks like there's a slight difference in perspective. Look like the conversation will get even more exciting. We definitely come across it often. For example, teenagers who often post quotes on social media.
But we got various responses. Some were positively validating, some were actually sarcastic. What is your response regarding this from Khairul first, please?
Yeah, we often see that, some kind of case like that. Like what you said before, people responses are determined or mute, determined or fail. If people give us bad responses, we will got a broken feel or something like that. That's why I think that rational things should be prioritized than just emotional validation. Our society was not designed to be always kind, always give a nice responses. So imagine if people comes to think that rationally thinking is more important than emotional validation, and sharing information just what important for us, what important for their life, than just share just emotional quote like that. And imagine if that's being real, people will can handle their emotion, and they will think that emotion just a hormonal stuff that comes temporarily like that.
Yeah, I think that's also true. I think some people will agree with that opinion that emotional feeling is just temporary stuff that we can handle.
Yes, like that. If people think that the emotion just hormonal stuff, they could handle it. They will not need that emotional validation at all. For example, we often see the case people got bullied just for share their story about their family, their relationship, and their share the emotional perspective from them. They will get judged, and back to our for our first opinion, or mute or feel was determined on paper response, and we will not always get the nice response like we hoped before. That's it.
Did we ever recognize that we will never can and delete people emotion from their lives, and express it or share it is one of the human rights. When that right got cut it, we will see the problem around us like depression or something like that. In the case that Khairul said before, bullying, if we rotate our perspective in a little bit, we will find that it's actually because people didn't understand how to validate emotion each other.
So will it leads to progress or setbacks in your opinion?
Emotional education for validate each other, yes, it will bring us to become a harmonic society for me.
And Khairul?
Okay, so for me, I admire that emotion is just a part of human narrative system, but the point is we have to learn about emotional regulation, how to share it rationally, and if we don't even consider about emotional intelligence or rationally share our emotions, we will just bring society become more chaotic and bring us to the post-truth condition. We will go blind to see which is the rational information on which is not. That's it.
Seems that we got a compromise here, and I totally agree with it. What do you think about Aqila's opinion, Khairul?
Alright, I'll admire that she got a great opinion and I like to share opinion with her. She is a great society observer and for me one day she will be a great psychologist or sociologist like that.
Okay. And Aqila, what do you want to say to Khairul?
Thanks, Khairul, for sharing opinion with me. Thank you for your advice too. I'm very happy to share our perspective, especially about social stuff like this. And I also admire you. You are a specialist here, Khairul.
We have to tolerate each other even though we have a different perspective on it, right?
Yeah, your opinion is great and comprehensive.
Thank you. You too.
For the switch, do you want to convey to the audience regarding this topic?
Just be yourself. Be sure with that what you feel.
And Khairul?
For me, prioritize your think. Always improve your skill of thinking and rational. Be rational to share your emotion through social media.
Okay, we're at the end of this conversation. Well guys, surely after hearing Khairul and Aqila, you absolutely get a lot of information. I also knew out what I didn't really know before. What about you, Zahra?
I was amazed by Khairul and Aqila answer, and so was the audience, right?
Of that.
Okay, that's you to Khairul and Aqila for taking the time to come and talk on this episode of the podcast.
Thank you also to the viewers who faithfully watch our conversation. See you in the next episode, guys. Bye bye.